Angren lies thousands of leagues from the sea. Yet the Imperial fleet looked chiefly to this land for wood, its ashes and oaks ideal for shipbuilding. The lumber was driven down the Yaruga to shipyards in Sintra and Atra. There, day and night, Nilfgaard's fleet grew and grew. So when Meve heard axes steadily hacking, the continual grind of saws, she halted her force and quickly dispatched scouts. Indeed, they found a lumber camp, banners overhead, the great sun blazing upon them. Though not critical to her mission, Meve was nonetheless tempted to disrupt the invader however she could.
The Emperor awaits a mass flow of logs,
called the Queen, drawing her sword.
But we shall send him corpses! Formation! Follow me!
When the Lyrians rushed forth with a cry on their lips, the lumberjacks dropped their axes. Their black-clad guards, though likewise surprised, formed up and stood ready for battle.
Larvat! Essaytu Navin! Lyria! Elven Blarney.
This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads.
Your life is mine now.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Wise choice.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Enratruit!
Angren's gold is not yours to plunder. Begone!
Watch your heads! Move! Catch! Fight for the Emperor and you might be freed!
So much anger and suffering. For what? Greetings. What is it?
That will do. To work!
Quick and painful this'll be.
Larvan! Essaytu Navin! Lyria! Order!
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
This could hurt. Your life is mine now. Nilfgaard!
Hey?
Angreni Gold is not yours to plunder. Begone!
To work!
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
What do you want of me?
Obedience or the lash?
Coin never stinks, no matter how rank the pouch.
Back in line!
Not supposed to be any smoke.
Can dwarves fight? Ha! The fish pissing lakes.
Used to be I hunted game. Men bring more coin.
Her Majesty is exceptional.
Nilfgaard's ranks folded. Soldiers fled in fright, stumbling over felled trees and corpses. The air was heavy with the scent of resin and blood. As she caught her breath, the queen looked about. Hundreds of trees lay cut down in rows. Oak and ash enough to keep the shipyards working till winter. Meve ordered the lumber requisitioned, yet one of the loggers approached her. A man with a face like old leather, sawdust in his hair.
Good lady, I know you war hard against Nilfgaard. I know you'd keep timber out of their hands, but then see, we won't get paid. We'll see no coin till Sintra's shipyards see lumber. It's what the Blacklads said. I beg you, have mercy. We're simple folk. Been slaving since spring, got families to feed. And hunger looms ever close in wartime.
Meve looked at the logger's hands. Thick scars, crisscrossed fingers twisted by years of axe work.
This wood I cannot allow to reach Nilfgaardian shipyards,
She said.
yet neither can I let you go hungry. I shall take the wood and pay you from my own purse.
You've a big heart, my lady. Not many folk like you, especially not in Angren. The land bedeviled in many ways. You've a big heart, my lady. Got blisters on me hands from all this work. Weren't enough the corns on me feet, ye gods. Never ends, I tell you. We'll never finish this blasted work. Work, work, work. And do I see anything from it? Even a measly bloody crumb? Work, work.
Have her done in a jiffy.
When will you ever learn?
We're the best regiment in the whole plowing north.
Warum?
Quiet, or the commissar will hear. Discipline, that is what you folk lack. Catch! Nilfgaard! I smell a leak.
Jebel der ass.
much anger and suffering. For what?
Scheiß! In!
Zwei!
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
Off to the front yet again.
Hey?
Quiet, or the Kommissar will hear.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
Brach! Scheiß! In!
Zwei!
Fear not. We shall achieve our goal.
Off to the front yet again.
Quiet, or the Kommissar will hear.
And just when you thought things were about to get dull.
Brach! Scheiß! In!
Zwei! Her Majesty is exceptional. Right.
Entering the swamp's easy. Trouble's getting out. Entering the swamp's easy. Trouble's getting out.
In the distance, Meve spotted a spindle-like shape, which soon proved an enormous, dark obelisk. It stood in the middle of a wetland clearing. Dozens of iron rings dangled from its shaft, clinking and rattling in gusts of wind. Cows, donkeys, and dogs were gathered round the stone, all tied to the rings by ropes. Their hides showed many shallow cuts, seeping blood, festering, drawing mosquitoes in swarms. A number of the animals struggled against their cords, while others, near dead, lay still in the wet, tall grass. Across the clearing, folk emerged from the woods, a handful of peasants with a mule in tow. The beast resisted, stomped and planted its hooves, perhaps sensing its gruesome fate. The queen decided to question the peasants, and soon learned the animals were their sacrifice to the swamp gods.
They're all about, dearie. Very close. Oh, very, very close.
The toothless old woman whispered.
They hide neath murky waters. Can't feed when they hear the drip drip of blood. The gods look kindly on those what make an offering.
I know nothing of your gods,
Began the queen, her nose crinkled in disgust.
but any that demand such grisly tribute are not at all worthy of reverence. What you do to these creatures is savagery. Savagery I can't allow.
Run us off, you can.
Replied the old shrew.
But soon as you're gone, we'll come back. As ever, we'll come back.
This I know. So I must take care to leave you naught to come back to.
Over the peasants' howls and pleas, Meve ordered the obelisk brought down. Her soldiers gripped the ropes that hung from it and toppled the shaft. As it hit the ground, it shattered into many small pieces.
You say you know naught of our gods?
The old woman's eyes narrowed, her voice grew darker still.
Well, don't you worry your head, sweetie. You'll meet him soon enough. They'll tangle you apart. Sow a pox among you, drive it to madness. Every last one. I curse you, all of you, in Gerdacor's name.
Undisturbed by the Harridan's screamed threats, Meve rode on. But her men whispered long of the curse. It weighed on their minds, poisoned their hearts. Each misstep, misfortune, they saw as punishment for their sacrilege.
May the swamp turn red with your blood! Hail in Gwern Iker! May the swamp...